Piggy Bank, your favorite casual gaming podcast with my casual gaming buds. My name's Phil, your host for this show that we record live over on twitch.tv/2PennyGames every Monday afternoon Central Time. Of course, if you can't catch us live over there on Twitch, you can catch us over on youtube.com/@2PennyGames and all live, all mainstream, I almost said live stream podcast services. Mainstream podcast services of your choice, and those go live every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Central Time. Of course, I'm not here by myself. I'm here with two of my best friends in the whole gosh dang world, one of them being Mr. Connor Elliott.
Leaning back. This is the new Connor. This is the new leaning back Connor for the show. Tavin, isn't that happy? The other guy that you have yet to be introduced? I'm no longer going to be here.
And relaxed.
But here.
Of course, the person he's talking to is Mr. Tavin Bothel, my other great friend.
What's poppin', players? I don't fully understand what just happened. I understand he's shifted position in his posture, but you know,
you were saying not that long ago. It was like, why do you guys just get up in front of the camera? Just lean back.
Oh,
Don't take up so much space.
I'm doing that. I have a new friend in my background. Little Totodile being held by Spyro. Little Totodile.
Oh, look at him. Yeah, he's decent.
Surprised you didn't have to.
You got to look close.
There he is.
There he is.
Where'd you get him?
That.
GameStop.
Okay. Like was it going out of business?
So there's one that like close to where I live that's like really cool, like the way it's set up, because they essentially like a lot of GameStop you'll see they're very, very like small, but this one, like, they bought the store next to them and then they cleared out the middle, and so like one half of it is like just apparel and like all the different accessories and stuff, like all the different, like, not necessarily video game like exactly the merchandise stuff, and then you walk through and then the other half is literally just all the games and like controllers and hardware and all that kind of good stuff, and it's really nice, and you can see that they set up like tables for people to come in and play games and stuff. It's nice.
The games. Well, where are the games, GameStop? I saw a thing.
They kind of just have, weirdly, they have like just loose Pokemon cards like in little like containers too. So
take what you need.
They just be. I saw a thing on Twitter recently of GameStop had a day where they were like, "Hey, you can come in and trade in anything," and I was like, "I don't know what does that even mean? Trade in anything? I can come bring y'all an old chair, like an old wicker basket.
Bring in a blender, you know."
Be like, hey, what's my store credit on this blender right here? And they're like,
yeah,
$1? Like, I don't know.
It's got 5 different settings.
$1? I can get more on eBay. I don't know. You brought it into a GameStop, bro. What do you you know, just because it has buttons doesn't mean we want it.
Exactly. I think I've seen have you seen I can't remember, it was whenever Overwatch was like peak popularity that I saw this guy end up on my feed where he essentially just made weird controllers out of anything. Like it also led to like me seeing a video of someone beating Dark Souls with a banana, like a banana peel. There was like clicking like little parts of the banana peel and stuff. And it was just people making fucking off the wall controllers. And so I can imagine somebody can turn a blender into a fucking controller like easily.
Could. Probably. Yeah. I remember I always remember when like turning weird things into normal items. The first thing I always think about is this guy who makes squirrel wallets. They're just like dead squirrels opened up to act like wallets. And so if someone can think of that and do that, what you just described is nothing really that crazy.
You should do an Elder Scrolls wallet. So like you just you open like an Elder Scroll and then it fucking does like a giant pulse in front of you.
It's just the cards like taped to the scroll.
No. So how are we doing today, guys?
Doing well.
Yeah, I would say I'm doing good. I say, yeah. How was everyone's Thanksgiving?
I mean, yeah, I guess when this comes out,
it'll be post Thanksgiving.
After Thanksgiving. That's true.
Mine was probably just the average. Spend time with the family, eat some food.
Normal thing, yeah. Eat a lot of food. Probably that only being the only meal I eat all day. You know,
it has to be. Otherwise, you're being too decadent.
I'll probably have breakfast.
Well,
he just wants more and more.
I mean, I think most people just eat like in the middle of the day on Thanksgiving, at least from my experience. So like,
oh yeah, you know. It's still like, I mean, it might be like a little earlier dinner, but it's still dinner time-ish.
Oh, okay.
You know, no, especially this year, like... my sister's working Thanksgiving, so we're not even gonna get started till like after 5.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
If I was still on my old job, I'd be working on Thanksgiving.
It was almost me, but my manager texted all the servers and said, "Hey, I have too many servers. Who wants off?" And I was like, "Me, I'll take it." I don't like working Thursdays anyway right now with my schedule.
But now I'm working on a place that has most major holidays off. So
that's very nice.
Yep.
No one's going to see the latest and greatest movie anymore. Like no one, you don't have to go and cater to them.
I don't work there anymore.
I know, so you don't have to deal with their desire to see what's coming out. Wicked, that's what's coming out. It's out now. Yeah, that's.
I'll be seeing Wicked this next week, for sure.
Yeah, I really want to see it for sure.
Next week from now when we're talking.
I'm like moderately excited. Stop doing the timeline shit. I'm like moderately excited for Wicked 2, but like also not super because like I'm not super familiar with the actual musical. My sister is, and I leaned the last movie that we saw together, I leaned over to her after the trailer played and I said, "So like are all the good like banger songs in part 1?" And she went, "Yeah, pretty much." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is just going to be The Wizard of Oz." I'm like, "All right, cool."
You know, I frequent Letterboxd, and one person that I follow on Letterboxd that doesn't post like spoilers and stuff, or if they do, it's very clear. This is a spoiler free, and their review, it was unscored, and it just said, "Yep, that was Act 2 of Wicked."
That's such a lazy way to do anything.
But is it like the first one's like a prequel or like a retelling of what happens before the events?
That is what Wicked is in general.
Yeah. Oh, I bet you said Wizard of Oz. I was like, well, is it just going to go to a different retelling of the Wizard of Oz now?
Yes, because like my understanding, I could be wrong, but my understanding is like Dorothy and the other characters are in Act 2.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I saw the Tin Man. So
I did see a screen grab of the Tin Man. I did see that.
Is that even out? I thought it was out.
The movie is out.
The movie's out. Yeah. They gotta be out.
Like came out last weekend.
Yeah.
I forgot.
Boys, been playing anything fun?
Phil, I've been playing a little bit of Luminous Arise, and I just gotta ask you, brothers, when are we gonna arise out of this terrible, terrible situation that we find ourselves in the gaming industry? When are we gonna rise up past the microtransactions? Past the loot boxes, past the battle passes? When are we going to rise back up to the standards that built this wonderful art form? And when are we going to rise back to the button inputs?
Faith healer thing.
When are we going to rise back to the button inputs, the raw mechanics, the high scores? I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, you can do it with Luminous Arise. And I challenge you all to rise up. Now, I've been playing Luminous Arise. This is, of course, by the same people who did Tetris Effect a few years ago. If you've never played Tetris Effect, it's Tetris, but they do a lot of like really cool like visuals and add music to it. So like, and it starts off real simple. So like, as you're planting blocks, like a drum beat might go to each planting of the block, and then like when you clear a line, vocals might come in, and then guitars might come in, and so like the music is layered and is affected by how well you are playing. It's a really beautiful and really wonderful game. Luminous Arise is the same formula, just now with Luminous. I've never played Luminous. Luminous was mostly known for being a PlayStation Portable franchise, and it's been some years since we've had another one. The last one came out, I was quite young, and I never had a PlayStation Portal. So the last one was on Vita. So I guess I could have had that because I do have a Vita, but I got a Vita well past its prime. I've just never played Luminous before. And if you've never played Luminous like me, imagine Tetris, but instead of a bunch of different blocks, you just have 2x2 blocks. And instead of clearing lines, you're combining blocks together. And the way you do that is each 2x2, each 2x2 is colored. So it'll be one of two colors, so like orange and blue, we'll say. And it'll be a remix of those two colors in your 2x2 blocks. So like 3 of them might be blue, 1 of them might be orange. 3 of them might be orange, 1 of them might be blue. Or 2 are blue and 2 are orange and stuff like that. And then the way they're organized is always randomized. Or all 4 are orange or whatever. And then when you drop them, you're trying to make other 2x2s of colors matched up. And then you can, of course, gain multipliers by like increasing the size of it. So you're like planting other colors next to your colors, and when you combine them together, they form into one giant block. It's one of those things of like you have to see it to like fully understand it and like play with it for a second. And it's one of those that's like easy to understand, difficult to master type games. I'll tell you right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not good at Luminous. I'm okay at Tetris. I wouldn't say like I'm really good at Tetris. I'm okay at Tetris. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty bad at Luminous. I'm like I've not gotten a score above a D, and I'm only in the first like 2 hours of the game, but I'm in like the second batch of levels and so forth, and I'm like, oof, I'm really struggling to like put some numbers on the board here. But I am having a lot of fun. It's that same dopamine hit. It's that same Zen flow state that you get from Tetris, except it's just a little different now, you know? And so yeah, I'm still like learning the tips and the tricks. But I am starting to see the matrix. So I have hit a couple of flow states where I'm like, ooh, I'm putting numbers on the board right now. I'm throwing up some big blocks, and then I'll just fuck up like back to back to back to back and so forth. So the tricky, you know, there's always tricky blocks that you're like, I never fully know what to do with these. I would say like the S and the Z block for Tetris are kind of those where it's like, oh, these are trickier blocks to like fit in and get them to work the way you want them to. The tricky block is the 2x2, but the matching colors are on diagonals. So bottom left is blue, top right is blue, and then top left and bottom right are orange. Those are the tricky ones where I'm like, I got to figure out how to fit you in the way I need to and so forth. So, but Luminous Rise, real quality, real high quality, beautiful. Music is bumping. There's been a couple of levels that I'm not too into the visual design of, but as soon as you're past it, you're into something that's blowing your mind visually, and you're like, holy shit, this is amazing.
That was my question, because when I saw you playing it, gameplay-wise, it looked fun. Visually, it looked kind of bland. Like, it was just like flashing lights, bright lights, and that was kind
Connor, you saw me play the first level. You gotta get, when you get to the deeper ones, suddenly, like, there's literally a level where, like, there's, like, these two, I don't know what they're actually called. I guess lizards. There's like these two lizards like bumping and bobbing to the music.
Knolls.
And like as you're doing well, their tongues are like spitting out, and then like there's like lighting effects on those tongues and so forth that like create these sparks and stuff, and then big explosions. And then they do have this power mode in the game where if you're on a hot streak, you can pull one of the triggers, and I should let me back up. The game takes place on a grid, much like Tetris, and to the beat, because Luminous has always been music based. To the beat, there's this like metronome that goes across. That's on like a four beat counter. You don't hear it; it just goes across at that BPM. And then as the bar comes across, it clears the screen of any big blocks that you've created, and thus gaining you points. So you have to like time it to that to like try and like drop your blocks and get your big multipliers at the same time. But if you pull the trigger when you've scored up enough and earned this, I guess like freeze mode is what it is. You have like 4 or 5 waves where the blocks do not clear, so that then when it kicks back in, it like wipes the whole screen. And it's like
a bunch of points at once. I see.
Yeah. You can get a bunch of points at once, and it's a really good way to like clear the whole screen like really easily. So like when things get a little hectic, boom, hit that. All right, now I have the time to drop things where I want to drop them and so forth. I think it also stops the automatic dropping when you're in this mode.
Yeah, okay. That's what I was going to question. If that's like the moment where you could also lose, it's a double-edged sword because it gets piled up and it's not getting rid of.
You can still lose just by like, oh, I didn't like I'm still above the line of where I can play, but like you're not like it's not automatically dropping in there if my memory serves correct. I've only played like the first like hour or two of this, so
I love Tetris. I'm as you were talking about Luminous, I really wanted to see if I could just get like a cheap Tetris game to play on PlayStation.
You have Tetris Effect, don't you?
I don't have Tetris Effect now.
Oh, dude, you gotta play Tetris Effect.
My usual if I'm jonesing for Tetris, I usually load up Tetris 99 on the Switch.
Oh, yeah, but that's not like Tetris. Like, that's like, you got to be in a specific mood for Tetris 99.
I mean, that's just usually my usual go-to just because it's so easy and quick to, like, hop into matches still, which is surprising to me.
Yeah. Tetris freaks are freaks, so.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love Tetris. It's a great game.
Phil, you got to play Tetris Effect. You have to.
Okay.
I guess now called Tetris Connected or whatever because they added the multiplayer mode to it.
Yeah, Tetris Effect Connected is what I saw on PlayStation.
Yeah. Gotta play Tetris Effect. That's one of legitimately one of the greatest games I've ever played in my life.
I think I saw a clip of the Game Grumps playing it. They did like the 3-player where like all of them join together, and then
Yeah.
like you get 3 different like Tetris blocks all at the same time.
Yeah, I've never played that, so I don't know how that works, but like it looks neat.
Well, the reason we're here is we're here to play mini games and talk about games in general and kind of what we've been playing, what we hope to play in the future, things coming out as they come out. This week we've got some fun stuff, and we have a return to form. If you're a classic Piggy Bank enjoyer, we have an old game from one of the like first 3 or 4 episodes of the show. But this time, instead of me doing it, we have Tavin. He's got What Am I Looking At?
Yeah, What Am I Looking At is a game where we take pictures from video games and we zoom in on them, and the gentlemen here have to guess what those pictures are based off of the zoomed in picture of it. I have pulled together 5 different characters from 5 different games and game franchises that you guys have to guess. So can you guess the character based off this zoomed in photo? What am I looking at? So here we go, round 1, and we'll buzz here, gentlemen.
Okay.
Sending it into the show.
Buzz.
That was pretty close, but I'm gonna go Connor there.
That is Sly Cooper.
Yep.
Connor, you are correct. That is indeed Sly Cooper. Here's the full image of the handsome
feet.
devil right there. Those feet are unmistakable. Moving on. Round number 2.
Buzz.
Connor.
What is that?
I just am wrong, but is
Oh.
that SGA?
Connor, you are incorrect.
not
This is
SBA.
not SKA.
Yeah. I had him on the brain. I was
What
like, that seems
the
like something he'd
hell?
wear, right? I was like, no, it's not. I feel like I know it, though. I do know it.
I have
You both
no
know
idea
it.
what this is.
You both know it.
Ooh.
I'll give you a hint.
Go ahead.
This is a boss fight.
I know it is.
Okay.
So I know it's, but what game is it from?
What the hell? I'm just gonna
buzz.
pull...
Oh yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it.
I
I
thought I
can't
was
do it.
gonna
You're
have a
right.
turn.
You
I
have
was
to.
gonna have a turn here. I'm gonna guess. What's the guy with the shaggy hair from Baldur's Gate 3? The like Gortash. That's his name. Gortash.
It is not Gortash. You are incorrect, Phil. Connor.
Buzz. That is Old King Elliott from Demon Souls.
Connor, you are correct. That is indeed Old King Elliott from
What
Demon
the
Souls.
fuck?
Here we go. We got the
Yep.
full
All right.
image
It is-
of him right there.
It looked like skin, like piercings in skin, but I was like, wait, no, that is an outfit.
I knew that was clothes for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah. Here we go. Connor, you're up 2-0. Congratulations. And then here we go. I will bring us to round number 3.
Buzz.
Phil.
That is Dr. Ivo Robotnik, otherwise known as Eggman.
That is indeed Dr. Ivo Robotnik, otherwise known as Eggman, right here for you. You know, we got his little hoop right there. Congratulations, Phil. You're
Yeah,
on the
little-
board.
Thanks, man.
You are on the board. Here we go. Round number 4.
Buzz.
Yeah,
That was a clear Connor there for us. Connor,
Isaac Clarke.
Yeah.
you are correct. Connor, it
Dead Space
is
fame.
indeed Isaac Clarke securing yourself the victory this week's game.
I
But
knew it.
for fun, we will jump and do our final round.
I don't know this.
Buzz.
Connor,
Again, I'm kind of in this zone. Is that Lune from Claire Obscure?
Connor, that is in fact Lune from Claire Obscure.
Yeah.
Congratulations, sir. You've blown Phil out of the water this week.
I wouldn't say blown out of the water, but
That's
you know,
Well,
blown
I
out.
would say
It was
blown
a
out.
4. It was a 4-1. That's a difference of 3. You got blown out the water.
it's not blown out the water.
I will say it is. Because it's
I'm-
beneficial
I'm-
to me.
You just didn't get shut out. You didn't get shut out, Phil, but you got blown out the water.
I never got in the water. I was staying on the edge of the pool. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, the only character you got right is Robotnik, so that's kind of an easy win for you. Everything else I had to try for.
You played at Demon Souls how many times? And so you know Old King a lot. Come on.
Well, twice, and one of them was the remake. This was the original. Difference. There's the difference in fidelity.
I haven't seen Old King a lot in the Demon Souls remake, so I haven't finished my second playthrough of Demon Souls. So
it's really just
Which is why
space
he did-
that's different.
Yeah.
and then what else? How many times have you played the first Dead Space?
Once, but you may play it more recently.
I've only played the remake, and I think this is from the remake, but
This picture.
It looks like it's from either. Honestly, that's the thing I like about
I think
this.
this. I think this is remake. The way the light is bouncing off his helmet. I think that's remake.
I'll say on my screen, on my end for that first one, I was before Connor, so I should have gotten the Sly one. So either way,
I didn't hear it that way.
That one was real
It's
hard,
fine.
guys. You guys said it at the same
It's
fucking time.
it's fine.
Who's
Moving
next?
right along to my minigame. We're going back a couple months, and the last time I did this, I did kind of fuck it up a little bit, but I went to great lengths to not fuck it up. We're playing Critical Thinking, which is of course where you guys will guess the game based on what a game reviewer had to say about it. Where I take a review blurb from OpenCritic, and it's a review aggregate site where there's all these little blurbs from full reviews, and I just kind of go through games. Today, we're going through games from the year 2022.
Okay.
If you guys are set for that, I will be reading one blurb at a time. You guys will be buzzing in. And I will guess. I'll say, hey, you said it first, but you have to make sure you buzz in, Connor.
I do
make
all
sure
the
you
time.
buzz in. Nope, not in that clip. Not in that famous clip.
I don't know I don't know what you're talking about.
Anyway, we're gonna go for the first blurb here. If you guys are ready.
2022 game.
I'm ready. I'm ready for this game. I hope you don't rig it in Connor's favor like you did last time, Phil.
I definitely did not.
You definitely did. You definitely did.
No, I definitely did
play
not.
the clip. Play the clip.
I definitely did not rig it. So blurb number 1 for this first game, it's from PC Gamer, who gave it an 85 out of 100. And the blurb is, you might love or loathe this game's willfully cringe anime storytelling, but these blistering platforming time trials are a heavenly delight.
Buzz.
Go ahead, Connor.
That is Neon White.
It is indeed Neon White.
That was a really good pull, Connor. That was an excellent pull.
The time trials did it because I was like, there's a lot of criticisms of games that have cringy anime plots.
I was stuck on the cringy anime, and then he said platforming, and I went 2D in my brain. So I was like, what fucking anime 2D platformer is there? But there's isn't.
Yeah. The next blurb was from IGN, and it talks about it's a lightning fast FPS platformer.
I wonder if I still would have.
It's the game's angst-ridden assassins are unbearable, but its airtight level design and fantastic sense of momentum ensure its gameplay is something to celebrate. And then the last one pretty much talks about speedrunning, and that's kind of the point of the game.
Speedrunning your way through it,
and competing against your friends and all that kind of thing. Moving on to the next game, blurb number 1. This is from Game Rant, who gave this game a 4.5 out of 5 stars.
Okay.
This game is a short yet sweet send-off for the beloved platformer, featuring plenty of depth and a rigorous challenge.
Buzz?
Connor?
I don't know if this is necessarily a game released in 2022, but is that Psychonauts 2?
Incorrect. That's from 2021, but good.
21.
Good try.
That's right. Can I get it again?
Yeah, this game is a short yet sweet send-off for the beloved platformer, featuring plenty of depth and a rigorous challenge.
Buzz. Crash Bandicoot 4?
Incorrect. Also 2021. Tavin.
What platformer?
I could be wrong. Actually, I think Crash 4 was 2020.
It might be.
But, blurb number 2, moving right along. This is a 9 out of 10 from IGN. This game is not just more blank, it's more of the best type of blank. The 6 new main bosses are all incredible from both a visual and design standpoint, making this DLC expansion nearly essential for any blank fan.
In 2022. I wasn't ready for a DLC or expansion thing. Now I really got to think. 6 new bosses.
Platformer.
Short but sweet send-off.
Plenty of depth and rigorous challenge. That's from the first blurb. I'll go and read it again since we don't have a bus. This game is not just more blank, it's more of the best type of blank. The 6 new main bosses are all incredible from both a visual and design standpoint, making this DLC expansion nearly essential for any blank fan.
See, I have ideas, but I don't know the expansion name.
The blanks are just them naming the main game several times.
Yeah. I figured. It's just like expansion platformer with bosses.
I can give you full titles, but going expansions, I got oof.
Yeah.
And one with bosses in it, platformer with bosses in it.
I'll read the last blurb, and then if you guys can tell me the game that it's referencing, then I'll probably give it to you. I'll give it to you, unless the other person can give me the name of the expansion.
Okay.
Blurb number 3, we got an 8.8 out of 10 from Game Informer. It's more blank at the end of the day, but I had a great time revisiting Studio MDHR's wonderful animated universe, testing my mettle against its villains and feeling fist-pumping triumph all over again.
MDAHR.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
MDHR.
I don't know that one.
Studio MDHR.
I can't think of an acronym either.
Bosses expansion platforming 2022.
Look up when did the main game drop? Because I think I know the answer, but I don't want to say it without actually knowing.
I'm trying to even think of games like platform games that just were a few years
just
before.
Around that area.
Yeah, this is a pretty big hint. The main game that this is a DLC for released in 2017.
Okay, I know the game.
Oh!
So Buzz, I'm gonna name the game. I'm not gonna bother with the expansion. Is this Blasphemous?
Incorrect.
Okay. I have another guess, but
I'm gonna say Buzz Shovel Knight.
Incorrect.
Fuck.
Are we Buzz? I mean, I guess I don't know if we're doing.
I'll give each of you one more time after I read the last one. It's more blank at the end of the day, but I had a great time revisiting Studio MDHR's wonderful animated universe, testing my mettle against its villains and feeling fist-pumping triumph all over again.
Nah, that doesn't seem.
Buzz Cuphead.
It is Cuphead. And I feel like I shouldn't leave it open for this, so we'll just go ahead and give it to Connor. I'll give you one shot to say the name of the DLC expansion.
What was the name of that thing?
Cuphead, like fuck, because I know it's centered around the dice guy, isn't it?
They announced it like at the same time they announced the show or some shit, or it came out the same time they announced the show.
That sounds like it's possible. I don't remember when that show came out.
I just guess I'd give it to Tavin.
All right, cool. The name of the expansion is Cuphead: The Delicious Last Course, and they introduced
DLC.
They introduced that third little playable character. Little,
I almost said dish best served cold. I knew it was something like that related. I was like, something like that.
Cuphead: The Delicious Last Course. Yep. All right. Moving on to the third blurb. I think we're 1-1 here. 1.5 point if you want. If you want to say
that was a crazy pull. Delicious Last Course. Cuphead. Wow.
All right. Blurb number 1 for this third game is 5 stars from Game Rant. This game on PC is one of the best PlayStation ports so far, optimizing a modern classic for a broad range of hardware.
Buzz God of War.
Tavin, you're incorrect. Connor, do you have a guess?
I don't know if this matters for PC, but Last of Us Part 2?
Incorrect.
You're way the fuck off, dude.
I know. I was just like,
that got ported. Didn't that get ported on in 23 or 24?
Like 24, late 24. I think I was platinuming Part 2 remastered at the beginning of this year.
All right. I'll go ahead and move to the next blurb then, since we got it wrong on both accounts. Blurb number 2, another 5 stars from Game Rant. This is a different Game Rant entry. This game makes 2 of the best PlayStation 4 games get even better with significant visual and performance enhancements.
Buzz.
Tavin?
Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection.
You are correct. It is the
There it is.
Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection.
That was 4 in Lost Legacy, Connor. That's what that was.
Yeah, it was Uncharted 4
Oh
and Lost
yeah,
Legacy.
I remember that.
We don't have to get into the third blurb, but it does specifically name Uncharted, and I was going to say it compiles 2 of the finest games of the Uncharted series, but got to say the Legacy of Thieves collection. Anyway, the next game, we're now 1 and 2, 2 points to Tab and 1 point to Connor. Blurb number 1, 4 stars from Game Rant. This game is an adorable 3D platformer that feels like a major step forward for the long-running franchise.
Can you repeat that again?
This game is an adorable 3D platformer that feels like a major step forward for the long-running franchise.
Not that many 3D platformers.
4 stars from Game Rant.
4 stars, Game Rant. I mean, I've got a bunch of 3D platformers in my head. I just don't... I know they're all like 2020, 2021.
With Phil choosing platformers, this game.
I've literally only chosen 2. Oh, no, 3.
3.
Yeah, and Uncharted 2 is a platformer.
Uncharted is not a platformer.
I wouldn't call Uncharted a platformer.
No, I know. It's the same concept, though.
It's an action-adventure with some light platforming elements.
Yeah. Fuck.
Only 3 out of these 5 games are platformers, so...
Long-running franchise.
Yep. If we don't have any guesses, I will move on to the second blurb.
Can you just read it again?
Yeah, this game is an adorable 3D platformer that feels like a major step forward for the long-running franchise.
Oh, Buzz.
Go ahead, Connor.
Dude, this didn't come out this year, but I'm going to say it anyway. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown.
Yeah,
Incorrect. That was 2023.
Also not 3D.
Yeah.
Buzz.
Also,
Medieval?
I wouldn't call it a platformer. It's a Metroidvania. No, it's not Medieval. Medieval. Wait, what? Medieval is an old game.
Yeah, but
Old as
they
fuck.
remade it.
All right. Well, is that a remake or is it just a port for like a PS3 game?
It's
or
a remake.
PS2 game.
Yeah,
Okay.
they gave it a similar treatment to Crash and Spyro.
I guess whenever I check that game out, it does not feel nearly as lovingly remade as Crash and Spyro were. Because I gave that game a shot, but yeah,
It's a different team. So,
blurb number 2.
also,
8
who
out
the
of
fuck
10
wanted
from-
Medieval? Who the fuck
Yeah,
wants
not
that?
me. 8 out of 10 from IGN. This game successfully warps the series' classic mix of ability-based combat, platforming, and secret hunting to the 3rd dimension.
Oh, Buzz.
Tavin?
This got like 4s and 5s. Crash Team Rumble?
No.
Ah, fuck.
No.
Warps was a keyword there, Connor, and I forgot.
It really wasn't.
Nothing.
It really wasn't a
Oh,
keyword.
never mind then. All right.
Read it one more time.
Said warps.
This game successfully warps the series' classic mix of ability-based combat, platforming, and secret hunting to the 3rd dimension.
That would suggest that it was not a 3D platformer prior to this entry, Connor.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Oh, what? I just
But like what?
Just blanket. Yeah, I know. Because there's so many hints here, and the fact that I haven't gotten it. Fuck.
Adorable. Adorable 3D platformer. First blurb. That's what I said.
Give me a hint.
I'm trying to think.
Adorable.
Something
I feel like
cuter.
there's something on my tongue.
Reading blurb number 2 again. This game successfully warps the series' classic mix of ability-based combat, platforming, and secret hunting into the 3rd dimension.
Ability-based combat, secret hunting.
Go ahead and read the next blurb.
But it's a
Yeah, I will go ahead and move on to the 3rd and final blurb here. Get your buzzers ready, because be ready. Unless you're aiming to find every Waddle Dee and complete every secret objective, this game won't challenge you, but it sure... Go ahead, Tavin.
Kirby in the Forgotten Land?
Correct. It is Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
I thought that was much more recent than 2022. If you had asked me, I'm like, I don't know, 23.
You're thinking of the Switch 2 port where they added a little bit. That did release this year, of course, because of the Switch 2.
Right. Well, no, yeah. Just in general, I would have thought of it was sooner than 22, but I guess like 22 wasn't that far away. Yeah.
It's always weird about Kirby because he doesn't seem because let's be honest, his games aren't exactly the most popular. It's more the character that's exceeded the games themselves, and so I just never think of them as platformer games.
I mean,
they are, I know, but I just never think when I think Kirby, I think of it as like
I just think you just don't think of Kirby. Is the thing?
You just don't think of Kirby in general outside of Smash Brothers.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a Kirby fan.
Well, culturally too.
I know there are. I understand like the sucking in dudes and taking them over and stuff is the ability based thing that they're talking about. But I don't think of Kirby as like having ability based combat. You know what I mean?
The rest of that blurb after the if you didn't get the Waddle Dee huge hint. It won't challenge. This game won't challenge you, but it sure as hell will keep you smiling. Most of all, it proves that blank works remarkably well in 3D and cements itself as the next big thing for the pink puffball.
Which I guess that being said,
see him limited to just moving left and right ever again.
That being said, was this a game where we decided you have to read the blurb? Because I remember there was one game that we did. It was like wait till it's all red and then buzz in.
That was something. That was something before, but this one, I clearly state that beforehand. I did not do it this time. I'm totally fine with you guys interrupting me in this one.
What was the other game? I'm just curious because I was.
I think it was. I had to finish the question on Jeopardy.
Out here trying to Well, you can still interrupt the question in Jeopardy. You're just out here trying to snake points.
No, you can't.
That's it. Yeah.
Right, but
you absolutely can interrupt the question in Jeopardy.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
You have to finish reading in Jeopardy.
It's a definitive rule of the game.
I'm pretty sure you
can't. The question before it activates the buzzers. Nope.
That's why it's always like a race game if you watch it live because it's like they wait. There's whoever presses it quick enough.
You might have been able to finish it quick in the in like the video game version. You can like cut the question off.
Maybe that's
like,
what I'm thinking. I don't know. Or maybe I'm like
by the way,
with Family Feud also a little bit.
You are definitely that's another thing. You are definitely confusing with.
It might be an assortment of all these things.
The final game.
Oh, that was it.
Oh, maybe some of the SNL parody stuff. Like they were fucking around and doing jokes by doing that. Yeah.
I believe Tavin it has one because I think he's gotten three out of the ones we've done so far. So
yeah, I only got Neon White.
But we'll do this last one. Blurb number 1. This is from PC Gamer, who gave it a 92 out of 100. Tense, haunting, and beautiful. Inventory shenanigans aside, one of the best survival horror games yet.
Buzz.
Tavin?
Resident Evil Village.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Buzz.
Connor.
Fuck, what was the guy? Fuck, what was the game called? It's not even it. It's probably not even it. But it's like Don't Starve 2? What was it?
Incorrect.
Okay.
Second blurb here. This is 3 stars from Games Radar. This game conjures a memorable, retro-futuristic vibe with its art design matched with a story that explores the terrifying extremes of sentient life. But its Resident Evil-inspired systems feel overly mechanical and fail to produce tension, draining energy from a potentially chilling scenario.
Buzz?
Tavin?
Signalis?
It is Signalis.
Wow, I didn't know that was that recent. I thought that was
I didn't know either.
I thought that was a pre-pandemic
2022.
game. Oh, okay.
Nope.
Huh. I thought of that, but I was like, that's no way. That's like pre-20.
I literally Googled the release date just because I had the same thought. And yeah, it
Maybe
said
some like early access thing or something.
Let's see.
That could have been it.
Signalis release date. I should have written it down. October 27th, 2022.
That first blurb gave it a 9 out of 10, huh?
Yes. 92 out of 100, but yeah.
Huh. Okay. More power to you.
I mean, there's a lot of things in that game you could just kind of oversee that if you sink your teeth in, you might come out appreciating it way more.
And then the last blurb is unscored from Polygon. It says, this game is a game that asks you to repeatedly plunge yourself into the abyss and face what makes you there, or face what meets you there. Those willing to look beyond its occasional nagging pain points and homage-laden surface will find a surprisingly intimate take on cosmic horror, one which beckons the player to consider again and again and again the question of what truly makes a person who they are and just how far they are willing to go to keep a promise to a friend.
I almost said the medium, which would have been like off the first blurb. I almost said the medium, but then he read the second. I was like, This is not the
medium.
Well, that is this round of critical thinking.
I want to say it was 22. Might have been 21.
21.
It was around the same time as Village.
Oh, and Tavin, you guessed Resident Evil Village, and didn't that one come out in 21?
No, I believe that one came out 22. Because RE2 was 19, RE3 was 20, then they took a year, and then 22 was Village.
Nope, May 7th, 2021.
Really?
Yep.
Did they not take a year? Oh, I guess if you consider, okay, yeah, because the RE3 was like more of like a smaller side project thing, so like you could see that as a buffer year, and it's the two different teams.
Yeah. Look at you guessing the wrong fucking. What? We have two Connors here now, guessing games from the wrong year. What the hell?
We don't have to stick. At least I'm like within the next year. Connor's like 5 years off half the time.
How much you don't insult me like that, Phil Shoemaker.
He guessed Breath of the Wild for like 2020. He's like wrong on any account, and then it went, and then dumbass went, oh, I'm thinking Breath of the, or he guessed Tears of the Kingdom for 2020, and then I'm thinking of Breath of the Wild. Still wrong.
Yeah.
Well, Tavin, time is so fluid when it comes to video games. It doesn't even really matter. Only people with stick up their ass.
I think it's actually. I don't think it could be less fluid.
It's just so crazy to me how often you do that. But, like, I don't know how you can think of Breath of the Wild or Super Mario Odyssey, not remember that they came out the same year, and that being the same Switch launch year. Like, 2017 to me, that's such a major year, so I don't understand how you can conflate that with any other year. I don't know.
It took a while to get that Switch, and then it took a while to play Breath of the Wild, so technically I didn't play it probably till 2020, so I'm kind of right in the way.
I didn't play either of those games until 2018, but, like, still.
We had
not 2020, though.
We had Switches before the pandemic, Connor. Well before the pandemic.
No, I'll say we didn't.
Okay, great.
You can say that, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you can say that.
It'll be wrong. It'll be wrong. Let's move right along to our final mini game for Mr. Connor Elliott.
Yes, another hit 10. I went online and I found a list, a top 10 list. Well, really, in this case, top 25 list. And but I'm only talking about the top 10 games, specifically the most underrated games. And these two guys, these brave gentlemanly souls, have to guess what is on this list. For each game they guess correctly, they'll get a point equivalent to where it is in that top 10 list. 10 points going to the first spot, 1 point going to the 10th spot. And whoever comes out on top after 5 tries each wins.
Where's this from?
This is from The Gamer.
Oh, God, here we go. The Gamer be putting some stuff on their lists. I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt real quick because I just thought of it. There is a top 100 Nintendo games done by IGN in collaboration with Nintendo Lifestyle. Nintendo Lifestyle knows Nintendo shit.
Life, but yeah.
They put Fire Emblem Three Houses at number 95.
Insanity.
You can't name 70 games from Nintendo better than Fire Emblem Three Houses.
Absolute
ridiculous.
Fact.
Apparently they could. I will read
and then they back-to-backed Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild as number 1 and number 2. Ridiculous.
That's solid. That's solid.
Ridiculous.
They're making a statement, and I like it.
I will read the description of this list, since that usually helps. There are plenty of acclaimed, and this the cool thing about this is made by 3 different people: Ben Jesse, Thomas Heath, and Tennis Moiseyev. There are plenty of acclaimed games. There are plenty of acclaimed games recognized by critics and players alike for their brilliance. Titles such as, I'm going to ignore the big ones. Often, though, great games can be overlooked, not being recognized for their excellence by the majority, leading them to be forgotten by the mainstream. Games like this can be anything from platformers to first-person shooters, and most of them have garnered a following of players who continue to praise them despite their lack of general recognition. The following are some of the best examples in recent memory. And
when
so,
was this list?
Well, I don't know when necessarily it was made, but it was updated on November 2024. I guess I'll read the update bit. With plenty of new games launching left and right, and oftentimes multiple in a single week, it can be hard to determine where your priorities lie. So some games often get discarded, but that shouldn't mean they're any less worthy of acclaim. There are plenty of games over the years that seem like they're at risk of being forgotten, even though they offer some of the best story and gameplay you'll see in the medium. Below, we've added some new underrated horror gems of the 21st century. I don't know why they said that. All right, that's irrelevant to the top 10 list.
Is there a horror game that's underrated?
Yeah. I guess I kind of spoiled it a little bit, but anyway.
You said it was irrelevant to the top 10 though, right?
Yeah, the update at least.
Okay.
Which I always should have the coin flip done beforehand, but I'll do it here. Phil, say something. Heads or tails?
Tails.
You go first, Phil. I think that was the case last week, but that's how it goes.
I don't even know where to fucking begin.
It's so weird because like, what is underrated? Like
21st century is like how this game is specified by.
Great,
so.
that's still 25 years
25
of games,
years?
Connor.
It makes it.
There might be a million games.
There are, but that makes it a less, like a couple million less, I guess. I don't know how many games that excludes, but
yeah. Thanks for doing that for me, Connor. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Fuck, man. Yeah,
like
I don't even know where to start here. I lost my bottle cap. Hang on, it's distracting me.
Lost his bottle cap.
I've got games.
See, Tavin, that's good. You're not going first. You should be trying harder.
21st century.
Dude, I've got an easy top 3 for me personally.
I got an easy top 3 personally. Is everyone objective in saying that it's what I agree with on this list? I don't know what I said. Never mind.
Give me Sonic Frontiers.
Sonic Frontiers deservedly is not on the list. Maybe it's on the list, not the top 10.
I respect you for saying it, Phil.
Hey,
it's underrated.
I'm gonna get some points up there, and I'm gonna say Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2 is on the list at number 7.
How do you even pull that?
Gaining 4 points because Titanfall 2 failed, like commercially,
dramatically. Yeah, flopped big time.
Yeah, and it's like it's kind of easy to see some people talk about it now and think, oh, it was probably big at the day because how can people be talking about a multiplayer game so many years later? No, it's not the case.
Especially in the era of like no crossplay. If that game had crossplay, it's a different story.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, let me just think commercial failures then.
But that
is an easy way.
That were good.
Yeah, that were good.
Sure.
That is kind of a good.
I've got one in the tug. If I run out of guesses, that I'm like, man, this was a failure, but it also wasn't very good. Well, I guess I could do the. Okay, never mind. I take it back.
Okay. No, I've got one. It's one of the. It's a game I played on Xbox years and years and years ago, but I thought it was really good. Sunset Overdrive.
Oh, that's a great answer.
I wouldn't say it's a great answer, but it's on the list and it's number 5. That's a pretty great answer. Yep. Sunset Overdrive. Well, it's number 6, gaining you 5 points.
5 points. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Where was
so
Titanfall
in the lead
2? Where was Titanfall 2?
Titanfall was 7. So you got a 6 and 7 spot.
He scored higher than me. Okay.
Mm-hmm. You said you had some locked in, Tavin.
I do. I'm just trying to choose which one. Yeah. Because I've got answers. I mean, the answer, the most modern answer, the most recent answer, and the most true answer is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown.
Facts.
Are you saying that?
But that's not underrated, though. Like, that's not underrated. Like, it's okay.
The studio failed.
Not enough people played it. People just went, it's a 2D game. Who cares?
But I guess when I think underrated, it's like people shit on it, but it's really good.
Think about it being critically and commercially, because critically it was successful, but commercially it was a massive failure. So because of that, there's so many other people that didn't play it, so therefore it becomes underrated.
But being a commercial failure and being underrated seems like two different things.
When we rate things like socially, popularity becomes a factor in this case. So like people don't talk about how good this game was because not enough people played it. Therefore, it becomes underrated.
That being said, it is not on the
Prince
list.
of Persia: The Lost Crown is a better game than Red Dead Redemption 2. But everybody and their mother played Red Dead Redemption 2, so it's not a wild take. Red Dead Redemption 2 is one of the most overrated video games of all time, hands down, easily. That's an 8 out of 10 game that people treat like it was like an untouchable masterpiece. It's not.
Hey, I wouldn't say it's wild. Maybe Tavin hates on it more than
I don't hate on it.
The same way I hate on the people.
I hate on the people.
Same thing. Well, Phil, I said no, by the way, Tavin. I didn't know you heard me.
Tough. See, it's so underrated that the gamer didn't even know that it existed.
I'm gonna assume that Connor is pushing an agenda here, so I'm gonna say Dark Souls 2.
You know what?
That crossed my mind.
I was trying to look for it, maybe it's on this list. I'm actually going through the list right now, but as of yet, it is not on the list.
Okay.
That was your second.
My second, yeah. Oh, my third.
Third, yeah.
Wasn't it?
That was your
the
third,
first
yeah.
one was.
Yeah.
What was the first one you said? It was.
First one I said Sonic Frontiers.
Yeah. So the third. So Tavin, this is your third.
Yeah, I had something that I was really excited to say and I've forgotten it, so that's annoying. I mean, I've got a lot of like underrated games in my head that I think are highly underrated. Give me. I don't like it, but I don't really love my other answer either. Give me Watch Dogs 2.
Watch Dogs 2 is not on the list. Good guess.
That game was good. It was a good game.
Yeah, which is surprising because
it has nothing to do with Watch Dogs aside from like the name. And it made me think of because they canceled the sequel, or like, was it a sequel or like a TV show about it? Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping Dogs is on the list. We are still staying relatively low with the scoring points. That is number 8, giving you 3 points, giving you a bit more of a comfortable lead.
They've got they've got a TV show in production right now, right?
Yeah, I think they still do. It's the game that was canceled.
It was the game that was canceled, the sequel.
You know,
did they ever have a sequel? I've never heard of a sequel.
I remember hearing about it.
Yeah.
They were going to make a sequel about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was definitely underrated from how everyone talked about it. Was that what you were thinking of, Tavin, when you did the whole mind explosion?
When I went, oh, fuck, yeah, I did think of Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs.
Well, because like it was the dogs part. Did you say Watch Dogs 2 or just Watch Dogs?
Watch Dogs 2.
Watch 2, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That would make sense being on this list.
The underwhelming reception of the first game made people overlook the second. And the second one was actually a pretty good game.
Yeah.
I've never played a Watch Dogs.
This is your fourth pick, Tavin.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find a better thing to point to, but I don't know if I can. I'm going to say Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge is not on the list. I will say it is number 12.
Damn.
Yeah, close.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, because that game was not successful when it was released. It was one of those things people look back on.
It had a cult following, which convinced EA to greenlight a sequel, and then nobody bought the sequel either. That game was...
Poor them.
The second game wasn't that good, though. Failures. So, like...
I don't know how this game produced critically, but I don't remember hearing about it selling super well. I'll say Dishonored 2.
Not on the list. That was definitely a success. Maybe not as big as the first one, but...
You might be more likely to see Prey on the list before Dishonored 2. Didn't Dishonored 2 get like a Game Award nom or something? For Game of the Year? Maybe not Game of the Year, but it definitely got a nod. Like some nods, because that was a really high quality game. I never beat it. I should have beaten it.
To win this, you must get the highest scored game yet.
Yeah, I don't know if I have it here, Connor.
Oh shit! Never mind. Yeah, people got like 8s and 9s. Never mind.
Oh, Dishonored 2. Yeah, people love Dishonored 2.
All you need to get, Tavin, to win is number 5 and above. Anything less than that? Because we have 6, 7, and 8 as the only ones that have been
6, 7.
Okay. This was way closer than I thought it was.
Yeah, no,
I really hope that gets. I don't think it did, but I hope that got captured on mic. As soon as I said 6, 7, my wife said no.
Yeah, that was a proper response. Don't think it was picked up though.
Yeah,
I didn't hear it.
I'm gonna try and lean into that horror blip that he had, and I'm gonna say Dead Space.
Oh, the remake? Hell yeah.
Not on the list.
Tough.
The funny thing is I went through the list and I was thinking to myself, what was added? Only one was added. Wait, when did this game come out? I'm looking it up right now because it wouldn't have changed anything, but no, yeah. So what did you? I guess they added something in the list somewhere. I don't know where. But Phil, you have won with 8 points to Tavin's 4.
To answer Tavin's question from earlier, it got nominated for Best Action Adventure in 2016.
Okay.
Dishonored 2.
Oh, did it?
Wow, that game's from
it got nominated. Yeah.
Why did I think it was 17?
Okay, whatever. So I will read the list, the top 10 list. Anyone? Yeah, I could look at the list, the main list, if you guys are questioning if one should have been on there.
I've got no other like even thoughts.
And then I
will.
This
is a very low scoring one. What do we each knocked out? Like I think Tavin knocked out 1, and I knocked out 2.
Yep.
I don't know. There was like a Spider-Man somewhere, like a Spider-Man Web of Shadows or something? Or
well, number 10 was BioShock 2, which I definitely very much believe. Because think about it, you have to you guys don't maybe remember. I remember BioShock 2 being just lambasted when it came out because it wasn't BioShock 1.
Yeah, it got beat in the streets.
I can say confidently, as someone who kind of played the game, it's definitely overhated on. And for your guys' perspective, you might like it more than BioShock 1. I mean, you guys were so dour on one comparison to how most other people talk about it.
I did think about BioShock Infinite, but I feel like too many people talk about it for me to say it was underrated, you know?
Yeah.
If BioShock 2 has the same gameplay as 1, it's going to be, I'm going to feel almost exactly the same about it.
It's different.
Okay.
Not by like a large degree, but different. 9, Marvel's Midnight Suns.
I played that game.
Okay.
It seems weird because there's other games on this they put on the 25 that probably should have gotten over that one. But,
I agree.
Yeah. That's the only weird one, though. 8, Sleeping Dogs. 7, Titanfall 2. 6, Sunset Overdrive. And now for the final 5. 5 is...
Sunset Overdrive was such a good pull, Phil. That was a great pull.
Thanks, man.
Very good one. I'm surprised no one said this one. Psychonauts at number 5.
See, I did have the thought of Psychonauts 2, just because I feel like that one wasn't like very commercially successful.
Psychonauts 1 even less so. That's why it took so long to get a sequel. Number 4, which this is a weird one to me because I've heard a lot of people talk about it. Risk of Rain 2. Maybe I'm just in a certain space.
I guess
I've never played a Risk of Rain game.
You could call that underrated, I guess. But
yeah. Then the top 3. Number 3, Tavin, you would speak to this one. Astral Chain.
Okay. I mean, sure, I guess. I didn't get very deep into Astral Chain, so I didn't get to like see the magic of it. But what I played, I was like, this is good.
Maybe it opens up. Then top 2 spots. Tavin, you could have so easily won this. You just had to say this one. Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Shout out. All right, great list. Fucking goated list. That's great. That's so good. Jesus. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, had that horrible release. Yeah. And number 1, I would definitely say this is the most proper number 1 spot because it was commercially a fail when it was released. Okami.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wouldn't have. Okay. I never put it in that category just because of how people talk about it.
Of how beloved it is.
Yeah, that's one of those things that the 2 is coming about because people have since then just looked back on it so fondly.
Some of these you had to have been like paying attention and been around for their actual releases to like know how they performed and so forth versus like how people talk about it 10 years later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. That's why underrated games on a list are kind of difficult. Because it will also change depending on who you ask. There's some objective truths, but there's also a lot of subjective ones. But yeah, congratulations, Phil.
Yeah, that was an interesting. I feel like that was a very interesting episode overall. Like I thought that was an interesting hit 10 that we've never really delved into. I definitely don't remember talking. We had the conversation before recording of like whether we had covered underrated games before, and that did not speak to anything that we've done before, so I don't imagine we've ever covered something like that before.
Certainly not from that
unless
list.
It was like a personal thing. I don't know. Like maybe someone was pushing an agenda of some sort.
We like to do that here.
We do, especially.
I almost said Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines.
Well,
that would have been a funny answer. I would have gotten that's the classic thing, like where Connor tries to bring that game up as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Maybe we'll be playing it soon, as possible.
You're not going to pick that before we play Dark Souls 2. We're in the middle of playing the first Dark Souls.
You know what? I was going to save this for another episode, but this is it perfectly is it's perfectly set up right now. So you're right, Phil. I really want to choose Dark Souls 2.
Or
it's no issue to me.
Perhaps you do this in the content that would best like support it. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That is true. You're right. Because we've been spinning the wheel, I'm assuming this December, this month of December.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, I will wait then. Never mind.
God damn it!
It's fucking.
I really want to play more Dark Souls, bro.
Well, that's the question. We'll see how you guys feel later.
I just want to shit on you for defending garbage. That's what I want to do.
Me?
Yeah, you. Who else?
What I defend, that was garbage. That's not high quality.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me for this episode of the Piggy Bank, and thank you for watching this episode of the Piggy Bank, our casual gaming podcast. Let us know in the comments what you think is the most underrated game. Let us know if you got any of these blurbs and we're just kind of shouting at your computer screens while these guys were trying to figure it out. And let us know, excuse me. Let us know if you got those little, if you buzzed in yourself and got those. What am I looking at? Answers. Connor's playing with a knife. Put it down. Put it down.
Oh.
Put it down.
Okay.
Don't hurt yourself in a video game. Thank you so much for watching once again. And boys, let's say goodbye. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.